Here's a news bulletin. Santa Claus has been kidnapped by spacemen from a flying saucer that landed at the North Pole.
Be on the lookout for Santa Claus. Last seen wearing...
We take you now to the White House for an interview with the President. Mr. President, Mr. President. Mr. President, have you a word on Santa Claus kidnapping? We have just received a report from the FBI. Santa has been taken to a satellite circling the Earth. We take you now to the
All right, 4 minutes. 4 minutes there.
Okay, Ralph, it's all done. WBPH now has the internet.
Oh, that's great, Fred.
Can't believe Alan now just getting online.
Well, Mrs. Flapley, she doesn't believe in fads, you know?
I can tell. I've never seen a dial-up modem before.
Did you have any trouble with the computer?
A little, but I never used Windows 98. Oh, and I set up a new security camera up there, too. Strange place for a camera, isn't it? Here in the studio? What's it supposed to catch? Stealing focus?
You'll have to ask Mrs. Flapley about that. All right, 3 minutes. 3 minutes there.
Thanks, Ralph. Pierrick.
Yeah.
Pierrick.
Yes.
Inside.
Not unless you can't disguise as a mailman. Nothing for you.
Oh, fine. Can't believe it. We are 1 minute away. How are we? 3 minutes away from opening the show, and she's not even here yet. For crying out loud, this happens every year. Once. Just once. I would like for there to be actual peace on Earth.
McAllister! And goodwill towards none?
Yeah, McAllister, where is she? She hasn't arrived yet, Noel.
Oh, Lord, I hate when this happens. Okay, well, the same thing happened last year. Remember all that? And the time we had trying to separate him and Ron Karloff from...
Look, this wasn't my idea, Noel. This was Mrs. Flapley. She's the one who put her onto us.
Yeah, well, it wasn't my idea either. And besides, why did she decide to do this when she's getting ready to go off to Australia?
Because doing it after is counterproductive.
Oh, well, at least one of our new employees decided to show up on time. And you are?
Oh, happy to be here, sir.
No, I mean, what's your name?
Oh, Fred. Fred Gailey, Mr. Pierrick.
Just Noel.
You're not Mr. Pierrick?
Of course I'm Mr. Pierrick.
But you said
No.
no.
Noel.
Right, Noel. Just no.
Mr. Pierrick will do just fine.
Okay, no.
Miss Hatch. Fred and Ralph Thing over here, are they...
Cousins twice removed.
Oh, that explains so much.
Okay, 1 minute. 1 minute to live.
Where is she?
Good evening, everyone! So sorry to be late. Who know there'd be traffic in Lockport. Holly to Ivy. Pleased to meet all of you. I think I can guess who's who. You! Must be Ralph Parker. Pleased to meet you. And that would make you Fred Gailey. First day on the job, right? Mine too. And of course, Miss Mary Hatch. Us gals gotta stick together, right? And you would undoubtedly be Mr. Kevin McAllister. Nice to meet you.
Hi.
And you can only be the handsome Mr. Noel Pierrick. I am very, very, very pleased to meet you, sir.
Well, the pleasure is all mine, Miss Ivy.
Not yet.
Oh.
All right, everyone, we'll be going on the air soon. Miss Hatch,
Yes.
I believe you have my scripts.
Yes, I do.
Oh, now there's a good girl. All right, good luck, everyone. I just know we're going to have a memorable evening.
3,
2, 1.
Good evening and welcome to WBPH's annual holiday spectacular, Nights of Noel. Christmas smiles and magic with our stars, Mary Hatch, Noel Pierrick, and special guest star Holly Ivy, and your host, Mr. Kevin McAllister.
Mr. Ralph Parker, everybody. Mr. Ralph Parker. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and happy holidays. What a fantastic show we have for you tonight. But first, let's get the party started with the lovely Jaci Lynn and Mr. Jacob Chancey singing the holiday hit, There's No Place Like Home for the Holidays.
Oh, there's no place like home for the holidays, 'cause no matter how far away you roam, when you pine for the sunshine of a friendly gaze, for the holidays you can't beat home, sweet home.
I met a man who lives in Tennessee, and he was headed for Pennsylvania at some homemade pumpkin pie. From Pennsylvania, folks were traveling down to Dixie's sunny shore. From Atlantic to Pacific, gee, the traffic is terrific.
Oh, there's no place like home for the holidays, 'cause no matter how far away you roam, if you want to be happy in a million ways, for the holidays you can't beat home, sweet home.
I met a man who lives in Tennessee, and he was headed for Pennsylvania at some homemade pumpkin pie. From Pennsylvania, folks were traveling down to Dixie's sunny shore. From Atlantic to Pacific, gee, the traffic is terrific.
Oh, there's no place like home for the holidays, 'cause no matter how far away you roam, if you want to be happy in a million ways, for the holidays you can't beat home, sweet home.
Thank you again, Jacob and Jaci Ray. Again, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, I'm Kevin McAllister, welcoming you all to Nights of Noel. And speaking of welcomes, I'd like to introduce our new sound effects engineer and new day player, Mr. Fred Gailey, everybody. We've got a fantastic lineup for you tonight. Joining us tonight are Emma Lodrigue, Brenna Landry, and Olivia Richard. We have a brand new Christmas story for you called The Beggar's Gift. And another episode of everyone's favorite game show, Is That a Fact?, where a lucky member of our audience today will win a valuable prize. Ooh. Right on top of it. I love this audience. All right. And now, without further ado, here she is, the present under the tree, the stocking by the hearth, the elf that makes that shelf look good. It's Mary Hatch!
Hey everybody! So, Kevin, are you trying to tell me something?
Well, what do you mean, Mary?
Well, you just described me as a box, a sock, and an ornament. What are you trying to say?
Oh, I suppose I'm just nostalgic about Christmas. It's changed so much since I was a kid.
Yes, we have electricity now.
All right. No, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. No, I meant, well, I remember when I was younger, the ground being covered in snow. I was raised in Shreveport, you know.
What was your saying?
Way up north. And in the distance, I could see someone dressed entirely in red. I'd hear them coming up the way and, knock on the door. The door would fly open, and the man in red would say,
The British are coming! The British are coming!
Fine. It's just that it's getting so complicated to even Christmas shop these days. Do you know I still have not finished my Christmas shopping?
Oh, no, not again.
Do you remember the last time we went Christmas shopping, Mary?
Yes, like you remember appendicitis.
The insanity, the tribulation, the rudeness.
Yep, that's what they said when we finally left.
I can remember it almost as if it were yesterday.
It was yesterday.
Quiet, Mary, it's a flashback.
Come on, Kevin. This is the 6th store today. Can't we go get dinner? I'm starving.
In a bit, Mary, I have to get this finished.
Why don't you just do your shopping online?
Oh, I always feel like people are watching me online. And nobody needs to know my Aunt Gertrude expects half a dozen pair of orthopedic pantyhose under the tree on Christmas morning.
Oh, but it's so much easier.
No, Mary, besides, I like to see what I'm buying. I like to touch things.
They have rules about that?
All right. You still have my list?
Yeah, here it is.
Thank you. There's chewing gum in it.
That's how you know I'm ready for dinner.
Oh, fine. Look, there's the perfume counter over there. I'm getting some for my sister Edith. Excuse me. Yes, I'd like to buy some perfume.
Yeah, sure, Mac, what kind do you wear?
It's not for me, it's for my sister. Now, what's popular these days?
Well, we have this. It's delicate, but on the exotic side. It's called Leamawa Tujawa Lamawa.
Could you repeat that?
Not even if I wanted to, but
Okay. Well, let me see that. Oh, it smells lovely.
yeah, it ain't bad to drink either.
Huh?
And when you pour it out fast, you ought to see the head on it.
Oh, well, maybe something else then. What else have you got?
Well, we got this perfume, Essence of a Locker Room. Very popular with Saints fans.
Oh. Well, my sister lives in Atlanta.
Yeah, no problem. We also carry this one, Faucan Grillet.
And really, what does that mean?
Roasted falcon.
Oh. Well, it sounds delicious. But what about this one right here? How much is that?
That's $3.99 a gallon.
$3.99 a gallon? What kind of a bottle does it come in?
It doesn't come in a bottle, it comes in drums.
In drums?
Yeah, and always put it on in the kitchen.
Why in the kitchen?
That way if you spill it, your kitchen floor will shine.
Oh, never mind. I'll get her something else. Come on, Mary, let's go.
Say, mister, why did they let a guy like you working the perfume counter?
I'm the only guy here that speaks French.
Come on, Mary, let's go. What's next on the list?
Well, you need to get something for Noel
Yeah.
and Ralph.
What?
Over there, at the necktie counter. It's Ralph Barker.
Well, look it is. Hey, listen, Mary. Looks like he's shopping too. Let's sneak up on him and see who he's buying that tie for.
I think this tie is beautiful. It's very unusual.
I don't think my boss would like it. It's not his style.
I see. What kind of man is your boss?
Well, he's about my height, average weight, and pretty conservative.
Conservative. You mean in appearance?
Yeah, sort of. I've never seen his wallet make an appearance.
He must be shopping for Noel.
You sure about that, tightwad?
Are you calling me cheap?
I don't have to say it. There's a big electronic billboard in front of Walmart that says it. Now, be quiet. I want to hear this.
Now here's a rich-looking tie. How about this one?
Yeah, that's a pretty one. How much is it?
Only $25.
$25? Too bad. He would have liked that one.
Well, how about this one? $6.99.
$6.99.
Yes, but it may be a little too plain for your boss. Is he a young man?
No.
A middle-aged man?
No.
An elderly man?
Sold. Wrap it up.
That tie better be for Noel.
Oh, what else have you got to get? Oh, well, here we go. A watch for your Aunt Gladys. Now, let's go find the watch counter.
Now, let's see. Housewares, men's shoes. Oh, there it is, next to the escalators.
Well, then go already. My stomach is growling.
Good afternoon, sir. How may I help you?
Hello. I'd like to look at a watch.
Analog, digital, or surprise me?
No, just a regular watch. A lady's wristwatch.
Oh, here's a popular model. The Venus de Milo. No hands on it.
No hands on it. How do you tell time?
I keep getting that question, but the hipsters are buying it up like kale.
Well, it's cute, but I'd like something more practical.
Kevin,
Huh?
I'll catch up with you later. I smell pretzels.
All right, Mary, but don't get more than one. I'm still taking you to dinner later.
Antoine's?
Well, no.
Griffin's?
Not exactly.
Well, then where?
Frankie Knuckles' Discount Schnitzel House.
Oh, food court, here I come.
Fine.
Now here's a very smart clock, and it's only $100.
I wasn't really looking for a clock.
But it's such a bargain. Only yesterday, this same clock was on sale for $2,000.
How can you afford to cut it from 2,000 down to 100?
We took the used Buick off.
I just need a nice lady's wristwatch. How much is that one there?
$20.
That's just what I want. I'll take it. Here's your money.
And here's your watch.
Thank
Oh, it's a real beauty.
Oh, yes.
And it's got an unbreakable crystal.
Oh.
You want to try it?
Oh, no thanks. I'll just take your word for it.
Go ahead. Here's a little hammer. You know you want to.
Well...
Go on, take a whack at it.
Okay.
Shall I wrap it up now?
Wrap it up. You mean sweep it up. And give me back my $20.
Oh, well, you'll have to see the manager about that. Oh, Mr. Pitney!
Yes, Miss Bowes.
This customer broke his watch with a hammer, and now he wants his money back.
Well, of course I broke the watch with a hammer. She told me to do it.
She told you to.
Yes.
Don't you have a mind of your own?
Of course I have a mind of my own, but this young lady here said the watch is unbreakable.
Young? Why, she's 42 if she's a day.
We're not arguing about that. Look, I just want my $20 back.
Give it back to him, Miss Bowes, before he bites somebody.
Here's your money. Boy, what a sore loser.
Ah, a store to do business with.
You walked in, Sugarfoot. Nobody dragged you in.
Oh, fine. Where's Mary? Mary!
Your granddaughter is in the cafe.
She's not my granddaughter! Oh, I give up. Play, Jaci.
Please welcome Jaci Ray Lynn. You're listening to the Knights of Noel. We'll return after this news break from the Dumont Network. You're listening to WBPH Lockport. All right.
Great job, everybody. Great job.
6 minutes, everyone. 6 minutes.
6.
Yes, wonderful work, everyone. Mr. McAllister, may I have a word, please?
Well, yes, I suppose you could.
Well, I know we just started the show, but I feel, we could pick up the timing. You know what I mean?
Excuse me?
It's just my first number, too. I mean, who chose that song to start the show?
As it happens, Miss Ivy, I am the one who chose that song to start the show.
Hey, McAllister, aren't you going to formally introduce me to our new guest?
You practically met by Braille. Miss Holly Ivy, Mr. Noel Pierrick. Mr. Noel Pierrick, Miss Holly Ivy. Yeah.
I am so pleased to meet you. I've been waiting so long to meet you, and now that I have, I just don't know what to do with myself.
I have some ideas.
Oh, Mr. Pierrick, may I
Well,
have your autograph?
have my autograph? Have my autograph? Oh, sure, of course. Okay, I just happen to have a pencil right here. Here you go, Mr. Ivy.
Oh, please, call me Holly. Thank you for the autograph.
Oh, so you know Mrs. Flatley, huh?
Oh, yes. She hired me to do some consulting work, and I happen to mention that I've been acting since college, and well, here I am. McAllister! About that next segment.
Now, hold on a minute, Miss Ivy. I appreciate the enthusiasm.
The show is done. We're already on the air.
Miss Ivy, you're only a guest star on this show today. You haven't even rehearsed with the rest of us. You literally walked in at the last minute. What makes you think that you can come in here and start giving me notes?
McAllister, maybe you should listen to Holly.
What?
She seems to know what she's saying.
I do. And besides, didn't I make myself clear? Mrs. Flatley hired me as a consultant for this show. Yes, I will be evaluating, analyzing, and then correcting you. And what better way to do that than to be part of the cast? Working with you, watching you. I will be judging you on efficiency, performance, necessity, and suitability. Speaking of which, Ralph, would you please take me to view the transmitter reading,
But
please?
we're 3 minutes.
3
to
minutes
go.
to tell the news, I know, Ralph!
Consultant?
Well, I have to hand it to Miss Flatley. She's not even in the country, and she's managed to ruin Christmas. I bet she's tickled pink or whatever color indicates pleasure on her.
The timing. The timing. This show was approved before Mrs. Flatley ever went to Australia. Oh, it just bugs me that. Who does she think she is coming in here and telling? Noel! You're the station manager. What are you going to do about this?
Nothing.
Nothing!
Nothing. Look, after all, she's here working under orders by Miss Flapley. She doesn't work for the station, so I have no jurisdiction over her whatsoever. Now, I mean, of course, now remember last year when Mrs. Flapley decided that she was dying?
Oh, yes.
Remember that? And she decided that she was going to try to figure out which one of us were going to run the station for her. Oh, we had quite a time trying to separate this one and Rock from trying to take over the station. Oh, come on now. It always tends to work out fine in the end. You'll see. It's going to work out fine in the end. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I am so
You know, he hasn't. You done?
He's not finished.
He has a point.
I'm right all the time.
She does do this every year. He's absolutely right. He does have a point.
He does, but if he combs his hair right, you can't see it either. Okay? Look, Kevin, there's something that's going on. I don't like this. You know,
Be
normally...
certain to check the modulator before calibrating the
Yes.
frequency on the transmitter, or else you'll get a lag, do you understand?
Yes.
Good.
And we're at 10 seconds. Ready?
No.
3, 2,
What?
Welcome back to Knights of Noel, WPPH's annual holiday spectacular. Please welcome back our host, Kevin McAllister.
Thank you. I'll take it. Charlotte, I'm so easy to shop for. Just applaud. Now, we all know that Christmas is all about the kids. And the kids are all about Santa Claus. And that means letters. Every year, the United States Post Office receives millions of letters to Santa. So this year, we thought it would be fun to read you a few of those letters. Unfortunately, the U.S. Post Office can't just give us the letters. Apparently, it's a federal crime or something. However, when the mailbag shows up mysteriously in front of the studio in the middle of the street, that's another matter. So now, let's dip into the mailbag and read letters to Santa.
Dear Santa, I am a girl of 7, but my mother says I act like an old lady. I have been very good. I haven't argued with her about it all year long. So, please bring me a Hello Kitty medical alert bracelet, a Boca Raton Barbie with her own golf cart, and a case of Flintstones Jeroboam Truitol. Thank you, love, Jaci.
Dear Santa, I am a boy of 11, and I love sports. My dad wants me to grow up and become a big sports star. So, for Christmas, I'd like a 5-year, $20 million contract with a 2-year renewal clause and endorsement deals. Love, Richie.
Dear Santa, I am a girl of 39. Even though I know my husband is keeping something from me, I haven't pried or asked questions of him all year. Please bring me a black Prada bag, a pair of Louboutins, and a new negligee. Signed, Mrs. Prentice.
Dear Santa, I'm a boy of 42, and I have been very good this year, despite the fact that I must keep something from my wife. Please bring me a black Prada bag, a pair of Louis Vuittons, and a new negligee. Signed, Mr. Prentice.
Dear Santa, I am a girl of 72, and I have been very, very good this year. All I want is a big gold ring. Oh, you don't even have to bring it on the 25th. I can wait until the beginning of February. Signed, Gail Benson. Oh, yay.
Snuck up on you, didn't I? Well, good luck to everyone this Christmas Eve.
Oh, come on, Kevin. I've got some cookies in the bag that need some milking.
I'll snickerdoodle you in a minute. Right now, we want to hear from our sponsor. Tonight's holiday spectacular, Knights of Noel, is brought to you by Bollinger Marine Supply. After 72 years, Bollinger Shipyards is still building quality vessels and ready to serve when vessels need repair. Whatever you need in the marine business, Bollinger has been the first to call for customers since 1946. Now, Bollinger is always looking for talented...
Not now, Mrs. Flapley. We're doing the Bollinger spot.
Bollinger is always looking for talented people who might want to join our team and our success. Put your hand down, Fred. And so, from the lovely Miss Charlotte and from everyone in the Bollinger family, we wish you a very Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays.
Nice and Noel. After these messages from the Dumont Network, you're listening to WBPH Lockboard. 3 minutes. 3 minutes until the story. 3 minutes.
Good. Mary, do we have that copy for the ad, the Dufresne's ad, the second half? Mary? Mary? Miss Hatch.
Yes, Mr. Pierrick. Oh, what is it? What do you want?
The copy for the Dufresne ad, the second act. Where is it?
I left that on your desk in your office.
What's going on with you? You're not letting Holly crawl under your skin, are you?
Oh, I can't help it. There's something going on.
What's going on? It's the Christmas show. Mrs. Flapley is hosting her annual Mess Fest. She's done it for years. What's up?
I know, but it's different this time. There's something that I'm missing.
I know what it is.
What was that, Ralph?
I know what's missing.
Well, spill, Silent Sam.
It's really very simple.
And?
I'm surprised these two haven't figured it out yet.
It is surprising.
Ralph.
It's transparent, really.
Like glass.
Ralph?
It's as clear as the noses on their faces.
Especially on his.
Ralph!
She's not here!
Who's not here?
Mrs. Flapley. She's not here.
She's in Australia. Of course she's not here.
Of course. Kevin, it makes sense. She's not even in the country. Come on, think about it. Miss Flapley, she gives a lot of thought to these hard candy pots of hers. But she's always been here to watch them happen.
Huh.
Ralph, you've been here the longest. Has Mrs. Flapley ever missed a Christmas show?
First time in 22 years, to my memory.
Would you look at that? Now do you think something's wrong?
Huh.
Oh, you are just such a fascinating man, Mr. Pierrick.
Oh, please. No.
No!
What?
Has Mrs. Flapley ever missed the Christmas show? And did she tell you why she was going to Australia?
She doesn't share any of her information and stories with me, except for the fact that she's going to Australia to hunt kangaroos.
30 seconds. 30 seconds to the beggar's gift.
Hunt kangaroo? What does that mean?
Cruella needs a new coat. Get ready.
And in 3, 2. Welcome back to WBPH and our annual holiday presentation of Nights of Noel. Tonight, we present a heartwarming comedy for the holiday season, The Beggar's Gift. It is November 1947, and the grand manor of Arthur J. Higgins, one of the showplaces along historic St. Charles Avenue in New Orleans, is abandoned. Its windows are boarded up, and not a creature is stirring. Mr. Higgins is in Whispering Cypress, his plantation in Shreveport. His divorced wife is in Palm Springs, Florida, and their daughter, Melody, is in finishing school. That is, until 2 hours ago.
I'm telling you, Mr. Higgins, she's not there. We've checked the entire grounds, her dormitory, everywhere. She's gone.
This is wholly unacceptable, do you hear? Find her, and Blakey!
Yes, Mr. Higgins?
Keep this out of the news, understand?
Yes, Mr. Higgins. Oh, no.
Mr. Higgins, sir, the board of directors is waiting for you in the blue room.
Yes, yes. Darrow, have you seen this photograph in the state's item? Evicted war veteran Higgins, called an octopus. You're supposed to keep things like this out of the newspapers. It's very simple. We have to build our new offices. Before we can do that, those tenements have to be torn down. And before they can even be torn down, the occupants must be evicted. That's simple enough now, isn't it?
Yes, Mr. Higgins.
Well, handle it, Darrow. It's what I pay you to do. And no pictures, understand? No pictures!
Well, Arthur Higgins is barking orders, and Melody is running away, and building projects are being projected. A frumpy, disheveled older gentleman is slipping unnoticed through the slats of the high wooden fence at the Higgins mansion. He lifts the iron door to the coal chute and slides inside. An hour later, he appears resplendent in a tall silk hat, tailored suit, striped pants, and a walking walking stick, taking a leisurely stroll through Audubon Park.
Oh, excuse me. Hello there. Do you mind if I sit down here on the bench beside you?
No, I guess not. Please, join me in my new home.
Your new home?
Yes, courtesy of Mr. Arthur J. Higgins, soon to be known as the Octopus, strangling civilization within his grasping tentacles.
Oh, that sounds awfully busy.
I've been evicted. Arthur J. Higgins has thrown me out of my apartment.
Oh, that's a terrible thing, isn't it, this housing shortage?
Right now I'd settle for an upholstered box and a steamed grate.
You know, I solved my residential problems years ago.
Judging from your clothes, I'd say it wasn't much of a problem.
Oh, I wouldn't say that. It's getting chilly out here. It's certainly no weather for sleeping on a park bench, is it? Would you be my guest for the night?
Oh, no. I mean, thanks, but yeah, I'll get by.
Oh, it's getting dark. Those clouds over the river don't look too warming. It's no night to be out.
Well,
I'd be happy to have you.
Well, you know what, Pops? I think I'll take you up on your offer.
You will?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fine. Now come along. We're that lovely old house right over there.
You mean that's your house?
Well, let's just say I live there. Now, I've forgotten my watch, but I'm certain it's time for some meal. Well, there it is, all 3 floors, the whole tour. Think you'll be comfortable here?
Oh, sure. Best linens, feathered beds,
Oh, yes.
fancy food, fine brandy. You're having a good old time rubbing into my face, aren't you?
Rubbing into your face.
Yeah, I ought to punch you right in the...
I don't understand what you mean.
Look. When you brought me through the fence, I said, okay, he's eccentric. And when we went in through the servants' entrance, I didn't even stop you then, did I?
But I explained, because the house is boarded up, we had to...
Ah, shut up. You just tell me what it says right here. Right here on this silver loving cup. Go on. Read it.
Well, it says, Newport Yacht Races, winner, Arthur J. Higgins, 1939.
Well, the great Arthur J. Higgins, in person. Now you listen here, moneybags.
You're quite mistaken.
Look, are you so wrapped up in yacht races you forgot there's a human race?
Oh, dear. Well, young man, much to my regret, you forced me to reveal a confidence. I am not Mr. Higgins. My name is Sansbury. Paxton Aloysius Sansbury. How do you do?
But then where's Mr. Higgins?
Shreveport. He's in a place called Whispering Cypress. That's quite beautiful there.
So you must be a friend of Higgins.
Well, let's just say Mr. Higgins is a friend of mine. You see, your name is,
Adam Richards.
Oh, yes, Adam. Well, now, you see, Adam, every November, Mr. Higgins closes this place and heads for Whispering Cypress. And when he moves out, I move in. It's been a very satisfactory arrangement.
Wait, the lights. They've gone out.
Oh, they can't be then. It's too early.
Can't be who? What's too early?
Never mind.
Say, did you say you live here alone?
Yes.
Well, you got company. There's a girl coming up the stairs.
Oh, this doesn't make any sense. Look, we'll hide in here.
Hide?
Shh, please.
Say, what gives? Why are we hiding?
Oh, I'll explain, but later.
All right, Melody, just get what you need and get out of the house. Now, first things first. My mink coat.
Gee, I figured you more of an ermine gal. The gig's up, sister. Shed that mink.
Who are you?
A fur trapper. Now hand it over.
Don't you touch me!
No, I'd surrender the coat if I were you, miss.
And just for you two, you better get out of here before I call the police.
The police? Huh, what a good idea. There's a phone right next to you. Be my guest.
You bet I will.
Before you do that, young lady, I'm going to need that phone for a moment. Thank you very much, Miss Adam. Would you mind joining me in the hallway for just a moment? Excuse us, please. We'll be right back.
Say, what's the big idea? Shh! Why did you grab that phone for?
I'm afraid we're in no position to let that young lady call the police.
Why not?
Well, because that young lady, whomever she may be, has just as much right to be here as we do.
All right, come clean. You are a guest of Higgins, right?
Oh, yes. Only Mr. Higgins doesn't know about it. See, I've never even laid eyes on the man.
You mean Higgins doesn't know you're here?
That's right.
But how?
Oh, it's very easy. You see, Mr. Higgins leaves for Whispering Cypress every November the 2nd and doesn't return until Christmas Day. When he moves out, I move back in again. Then on Christmas Eve, I move out and he moves back in. It all works out.
Boy, you clever old goat.
I never do any harm, you understand. In fact, I do a lot of good. I dust the furniture, I wind all the clocks, I eat whatever food might spoil. Now look at what I'm wearing, for example. If it weren't for me, all these clothes would just be hanging up in the closet, collecting dust and permanent creases. Every day, I put put on a new suit and take it out for a nice airing.
So, what are we gonna do with Brenda's star over there?
Oh, you just leave her to me, Adam. Come on. Hey, young woman, we've decided...
Please don't call the police. I know I shouldn't have broken in this way, but I have this job interview tomorrow.
Oh, sure.
Well, it's true. Here's the ad.
A girl wanted to sell sheet music. Apply Canal Street, Warlines.
Oh, of course. You can't sell sheet music without a mink coat. I wonder what Irving Berlin would say.
Who?
Berlin.
Thank you.
Yes.
Well, now, miss, what is your name?
Smith. Melody Smith.
And where do you come from, Miss Smith?
From Bunkie. I live with my 17 brothers and sisters.
18 children. My.
Your neighbors must think you're running a hotel.
Tell me, Miss Smith. Oh, dear.
Oh, there go the lights again.
Oh, no, that'll be the Gates Patrol. They watch the house. We need to get out of sight right now.
Here we go.
What's going on?
I can't explain now, miss, but we need to hide in the icebox.
Adam and Mr. Sansbury don't know it, but their new friend Melody Smith is currently the subject of a manhunt. Come to think of it, she doesn't know either.
Flash! New One Society is buzzing in the news that Melody Higgins, daughter of wealthy industrialist Arthur Higgins, has gone missing from the exclusive Christian Sisters Finishing School. According to a Higgins Enterprise spokesman, Mr. Higgins has been in contact with the Federal Bureau of Investigations. Miss Higgins, whose debut was the defining social event of last year, was rumored to be engaged to prominent young District Attorney William Litton. Miss Higgins has long been a
Secretary of State Dean Atkinson issued an all-points bulletin for the location and return of the missing New Orleans socialite Melody Higgins. Miss Higgins, the daughter of world famous industrialist Arthur Higgins, mysteriously disappeared over a week ago and has not been seen since. Speaking from his 2,000-acre estate, Whispering Cypress outside of Shreveport, Mr. Higgins stated that finding his daughter Melody is, quote, his primary concern.
Rumors are flying that socialite Melody Higgins has abandoned finishing school and is nowhere to be found. Some are saying the reason for Higgins' Houdini act is over her breakup with Bill Letton, Orleans Parish's devastatingly attractive district attorney. But sources close to this reporter tell me that Melody is singing a different song. She has been unhappy since the divorce of her parents, the fabulously wealthy Arthur J. Higgins and Grace Higgins, formerly Grace Claiborne. With the current housing shortage, I just want to say to the missing Melody, you can always stay with me, dear. Adler's watch time is now 5 minutes past the hour.
But we, dear listeners, know exactly where Melody Higgins is. Posing as Melody Smith, holed up in the walk-in icebox inside her father's house with two intruders she barely knows.
Jeez, I'm freezing in here. You should have let me keep the mink.
Oh, they'll be gone in a few minutes, miss.
Here, take my coat.
Oh, I don't want...
I'll put it on already.
Thank you.
Now, get as close to me as you can.
Well, all right.
Isn't that better?
Yes, much better now. Thank you.
Hey, you know, we should do this more often.
Oh, we will. You see, you really should see this entire icebox with the lights on. It's as big as a barn, and it's just packed with wonderful things to eat.
Oh, now look, Pops, exactly what is going on here?
It's the Gates Patrol. They're a security company over on Carrollton. A lot of these wealthy folks use them. They just stop in every evening just to make certain that everything's all right. They're a bit early tonight.
But the lights, with the blackout?
Oh, I'm really quite proud of that. I set up a gadget that connects the front door with the electrical system here. Whenever that front door opens, the lights go out automatically. It's practically undetectable. No matter where we are in the house, we'll know when someone comes in. All the lights will go out.
But why do we have to hide in the icebox?
Oh, they never look in here.
Well, let's hope they don't want to snack.
You may as well know, Melody, I'm an interloper here, the same as you.
And you mean you go through this every night?
Oh, you get used to it. It's rather fun after a while. I'll just step outside and see if they're gone. I'll just take a peek. 1 moment. Oh yes, they're gone. If you wait a moment, I'm going to throw the switch. Ah, there we are. Now, you needn't worry about the guards. They can't see the lights from the street. Mr. Higgins does a very good job of boarding up.
Let's all go defrost.
Now, about you, Melody, I don't think we'll be calling the police.
Oh, how can I thank you, Mr.
Oh, Sansbury. Paxton A. Sansbury. And that over there is Mr. Adam Richards.
Let me give you a tip, Miss Smith. New Orleans is no place for a kid without friends.
Oh, he's right about that, Miss Smith. You'd better go back home.
Please, I can't go back to him.
To him? You mean you're married?
My father. He's a terrible, lazy drunk, and he beats us.
All 18 of you?
Every night.
Your old man's not lazy.
Oh, please, I just can't go back.
No, there. I can never send a young lady back to a brute like that. I suppose you could stay here.
Oh, thank you.
Just for the night, mind you.
Oh.
Now, you can stay in that room where we found you. Just make your bed in the morning, and don't touch anything.
I won't.
Oh, good night, Melody.
Good night, Mr. Sansbury. Good night, Adam.
What? Oh, good night, Melody.
Good idea. It really is. Oh, Melody. Melody, my dear, congratulations. You got the job. That's fine. That's just fine.
$30 a week, Mr. Sansbury.
Oh.
And I start tomorrow. Is that Adam in there, Mr. Sansbury?
Oh, yes, and some friends of his. Listen, Melody, I'm afraid I have a confession to make. I'm being placed in a very awkward situation here.
Why? What's the matter?
Well, why don't you come in with me? Maybe you can help me make sense of all this. Excuse me, everyone. Oh, thank you. No, good news. Our Melody finally got the job at Werlines. Isn't that wonderful?
Oh, that's great, Melody. Congratulations. I'd like to meet some friends of mine. Melody Smith, Whitey Boudreaux.
How do you do?
How do you do, Miss Smith?
And this is Mrs. Boudreaux, Pearl.
Oh, hello, Pearl. How do you do, I'm sure.
Oh, don't forget baby Lindy over there. Hello, Lindy.
How sweet. There, now, Lindy. Calm down, baby. It's all right.
All right. It's criminal. It's inhuman.
What's inhuman?
They've been evicted same as me. Kicking a single man out is one thing, but a family with a baby, inexcusable. And you know where they're staying at? In a trailer by the cemeteries.
Oh, take it easy, Adam. It's not these folks' fault.
Pax, you just can't turn these folks out into the street.
This is very, very embarrassing.
Oh, come on, Pax. You're Higgins' guest here, I'm his guest here, and so is Melody. Okay, so we'll all be Higgins' guests here. And why not? There's 23 rooms.
In all my years of being a guest in other people's homes, I have never been faced with a situation exactly like this. But we can't turn children out into the street now, can we? Oh, look, coochie-coo, coochie-coo, hello, baby. Well, I suppose we'll make out somehow.
Attaboy, Pax.
Oh, look, baby's smiling at me. Oh, it's gas.
Oh, hey, Pax, come on in, join us.
Oh, hello, boys. Talking business, aren't we?
Well, sort of, Mr. Sansbury. Where are the ladies?
Oh, they're doing the dinner dishes. It's really quite nice having them around.
It's nice to have a place to be around in.
Oh, tut.
It's like I said, Adam. When we were in the Army, we kept hearing about these $150 a week jobs. What happened to them? Oh, you know, some guys just seem to get by without anything, even money. How do you do it, Mr. Sansbury?
Well, I believe people that need money should work for it. Myself, I gave up working years ago. I could never make enough money to satisfy my lavish tastes. So I let other people work for it, and I enjoy it. Here, try one of Mr. Higgins' cigars.
Thanks. Suppose you need to make some cash.
Well, if you need to make money, it's a simple matter of analysis. You analyze what people want most, and you give it to them. What do you want most, Adam?
A better job. And a place to live.
Exactly. Now, you boys can find plenty of vacancies if you just use your heads. That did not come out the way I wanted. I'm sorry.
Any ideas, Mr. Sansbury?
Army barracks. Vacant Army barracks.
Army barracks. Hey, that's made to order. I can redesign them. A few plumbing changes, some landscaping, carpentry.
Hey, wait a minute. Where do we get the dough?
Well, we get the money from the same place we get the labor. 200 or 300 XGIs, guys just like us, all chipping in.
We could all be partners.
Gentlemen, the problem of capital is secondary. What needs considering now is which camp to reconvert. Will the government sell it, and if so, for how much?
Right.
Now, are either of you boys familiar with Camp Pontchartrain?
Do we? Whitey and I were inducted there.
Oh.
Say, that'd be perfect. But how do we know if it's even for sale?
Oh, it's for sale, all right. I saw it in the paper yesterday, but you're going to have to go up to Washington to get the details.
Pearl's from there. Her folks live in Chevy Chase.
Oh.
We could go, but What about the baby?
Melody and I can watch the baby, and there'll be no trouble at all.
And I personally will mix the baby's drinks. Supervise the formula.
Come on, let's go tell the girls.
The next morning, Whitey and Pearl were on the train to Washington with Adam, Melody, Mr. Sansbury, and little Lindy waving goodbye from the platform. What they didn't notice was the private investigator nearby taking notes. A few days later, Mr. Darrow calls his employer in Shreveport with some news.
Darrow, is that you?
Yes, Mr. Higgins.
Well, what's going on?
The investigators found your daughter, Mr. Higgins. She's going under the name Melody Smith. She's got a job here in New Orleans.
A job? Great Caesar's ghost doing what?
She's working as a counter clerk in Werline's music store on Canal Street. I'll have our lawyers go there and pick her up at once.
You keep their fat faces out of this. They have all they can do managing that Camp Punch Train deal.
Yes, sir. I hope the Camp Pontchartrain deal with the government goes through, sir.
Of course it will. If we have to, we'll just outbid all competitors. I'll go and get my daughter myself. Meet me at Union Terminal Station tomorrow afternoon.
Good night, Mr. Werline, and happy Thanksgiving. I'll see you tomorrow morning.
I wouldn't be so sure about that, Mary Alice.
Father?
This is the most irresponsible. Why? Why did you do it? Why did you run away?
Well, if you don't know, Dad, I'm sure I'll never be able to explain it to you.
Get in the car. Henry, take us to the office.
Yes, sir.
Father, I am not going back to finishing school.
And why not?
Because I'm finished. That's why. Besides, I've met someone, and I think that I'm in love.
Oh, that's ridiculous! Henry, forget the office. Take us straight to the house.
No! You can't do that.
I can't do what? Drive to my own house? Why can't I?
Because I'm staying there. Only they don't know that I'm me.
Don't they what? Who don't know that you're you?
Everybody. Mr. Sansbury and Adam and Pearl.
Who in blazes are they?
Well, Mr. Sansbury is the man who moves in when you move out.
Moves in?
Oh, and Adam. Well, he's so wonderful, Father. He thinks I'm a thief, and you're a drunk. Oh, and you beat me.
This is fantastic. I'll have the police there in minutes.
Of course you will. Fine. Call the police, Father. Have it your own way. You always do.
Melody, what is this all about, honey? Can we talk this over like two sensible people? Like, what's bothering you?
Dad, don't you see? I've been terribly unhappy. Ever since you and Mother... Dad, I've just been lonely. That's why I ran away.
Well, what about Bill Letton? You had him ready to marry you, and you broke it off. Wasn't he?
Father, Bill was your idea, not mine. Sure, he looks great in a suit, but he's already married.
Bill Letton is married?
Yes, to his job.
Oh.
The only way I'll ever get attention from him is to become an embezzler.
Oh, very well. What do you want me to do?
I want you to meet Adam.
All right. I'll meet him.
You will?
Yes.
Oh, Dad, thank you! But you can't meet him as Arthur Higgins.
And what's wrong with Arthur Higgins?
You should ask Mother, darling. Besides, if Adam knew who you really were, I'd always be wondering.
Wondering what?
If he's really thinking of me or your bank account.
Oh, Melody, this is ridiculous.
Father, please! Can't you let me have things my way just once? Thanksgiving is right around the corner, and so is Christmas. Don't you have any holiday spirit?
Fine. What must I do?
Henry?
Yes, miss?
Take us over to Carrollton, to one of those second-hand clothing stores.
What for?
Well, if you're going to be a bum, you better look like one.
Be a buck. Oh, for heaven's sake.
It is an hour later at Ozanam's second-hand emporium. Arthur J. Higgins, the second richest man in the world, stands aghast in front of an old, dilapidated mirror, while Mr. Ozanam surveys his handiwork.
So
Oh, there you are looking. $12 only for the entire suit, and you never looked so good.
Look at me. Just look at me. I look like a tramp.
Oh, Father darling, that was the idea.
To complete the outfit, a fine derby hat, hardly faded, of the house.
Oh.
Go on, put it on.
Melody, this is outrageous. All right, give it to me then. $12 for the lot.
Yes.
What will you give me for my suit?
$6.
$6?
Your suit, it is all wool, is it not?
Well, of course it's all wool.
Oh, that's bad.
Bad?
One moth finds out I have an all-wool suit. He tells another moth, and they're inviting their friends and relatives. Soon it's a moth convention, and I'm left with half a lapel and an empty hanger. A spray gun I gotta buy. Mothballs I gotta buy. All night long I'm staying and spraying. Soon my business I'm losing, and all because of you coming here with an all-wool suit. On the second thought, $5.
Melody, let's get out of here.
Well, come again when you have the decency to be in seersucker.
Now, do you have it, Father? You're to sit here on this bench until we walk past.
Yes.
Then I'll notice how terrible you look and suggest to Mr. Sansbury that we invite you over.
That you invite me over to my house.
Well, that's right. Now, don't go anywhere, darling. We won't be too long. See, Dad, I told you Mr. Sansbury would invite you to come live with us. Everything is working out fine. And what do you think about it?
Well, I haven't made my mind yet, but Richards. Melody, I know that name. I've heard it before. Richards, Adam Richards. It'll come to me. I'm going up to my room.
Oh, but you can't. Mr. Sansbury told you to wait here in the hall. He'll tell you where you can sleep.
He'll tell. Whose house is this?
Shh, now sit down.
What are all these clotheslines doing everywhere, hanging up? And is this my house or a laundromat? Not. Are those diapers?
Yes. Now, Dad, you promised.
What's that? What's all that noise? Who's making all that noise?
Well, that's Adam. He's building a barracks on the patio.
A barracks? On the patio? What in the
Artie, get it, Artie!
Come and get what?
Food, Father. Now, shh. I told Mr. Sansbury you were starving.
Oh.
Melody! Hey, look, I did it. A complete model. Each barracks can house 12 families. 2 bedrooms, a bath, living room, and a kitchen. Well, how do you like it?
Adam, it's wonderful. See, Artie, Adam, Whitey, and the others are buying army barracks from the governments and turning them into model houses. Isn't that a wonderful idea?
I suggest they also build model poorhouses so they can all move in when this idea fizzles.
What are you so sore about?
Oh, he'll be more sociable after he's had something to eat, won't you, Artie? Well, here we come, Mr. Sansbury.
Well, Artie, like I told you in the park, we can't have every bum in New Orleans living here. But it is Thanksgiving, and I suppose one more won't matter.
Thank you.
But you just make yourself right at home.
I'll do my best.
Oh.
And that's a very nice lounging robe you've got there.
Oh, yes, real silk. And look at the braidwork on the cuffs. Nice, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe sometime I'll let you wear it.
Oh, I wouldn't think of depriving you. And hey, that cigar you're smoking smells pretty good too.
I might let you smoke one after dinner.
Oh, thank you.
Have a seat, Artie. Dig in.
Oh, I'd better not.
Oh, what's the matter? Don't you like turkey?
Maybe he'd rather have crepe Suzettes.
No, if you don't mind, I'd rather have just milk and crackers.
Milk and crackers? Why just milk and crackers?
No, if you must know, I have ulcers.
Milk! Oh, my goodness! It's way past the baby's feeding time.
Oh, look at her go, Artie. She's a great mother.
Yes, she is a great... Wait, mother? Mother? Baby? Now, wait a minute!
Artie, where are you going?
I'm going crazy! Melody! Melody, wait!
What is it, Father? I'm
Melody?
trying to give the baby her bottle.
We need to talk.
Oh, just look at this little feet, Joe. You know, she's got dimples just like yours.
Daughter, I'm trying to be calm. Seeing this child, well... All right, what's done is done. I consent to your marriage.
You mean you
But just tell me, how did all of this happen?
Well, it all happened in the icebox.
In the icebox?
Well, we were hiding in there from the Gates Patrol. It was cold, and Adam put his arm around me and gave me his jacket. Mr. Sansbury was there, too.
Sansbury was there?
Yeah, he wanted to send me away afterwards, but then he decided to let me stay. He was really very nice.
Oh, yes, he must be.
Oh, you'll like Adam more when you get to know him.
No, I doubt it. But if you're married, you're
But we're not married.
you're not married.
I don't even know if he wants to marry me.
What kind of a man is he? I'll kill him. I'll kill him with my bare hands.
Well, hello? Oh, Pearl! This is Artie. Hello?
Who the devil? Hello.
What's the matter with him?
I wish I knew. Artie, this is Pearl Boudreaux.
Thanks for playing nursemaid, Melody. Oh, hello, Precious. Did you miss Mommy?
Oh, Pearl, she's wonderful. I only wish she were mine.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Yes?
Whose baby is this? Is this your baby, young lady?
Well, my husband has a half interest.
Your husband? Oh. Pretty little thing, isn't she? Excuse me, Melody. I'd better go down for my milk and crackers.
You know, Artie, you wouldn't have to eat milk and crackers if you didn't have ulcers. You wouldn't have ulcers if you'd watch that temper of yours a little.
Any more suggestions?
Oh, now look what you've done. Milk all over the table.
Oh, well, I'm terribly
Oh,
sorry.
you're very sloppy, aren't you, Artie? You're going to have to be more orderly or you can't stay. In fact, your staying here tonight is against my better judgment.
Oh, well, I'm terribly sorry if I've inconvenienced you, Mr.
And what were
Sansbury.
you screaming about upstairs before?
Well,
It doesn't matter, but under the circumstances, you better make your sleeping quarters in the servants' hall. Sam sleeps there, too.
Sam? Wait, now you mean to tell me that there's somebody else living in this house that I haven't even met yet?
Sam is my dog. He barks every morning at 7 a.m. Just take him out into the yard. I could definitely use the extra rest.
Are those orders?
For the time being, yes. At least until you're a bit more cooperative, Artie.
Well, then, good night.
Good night, Artie.
Good night, Artie.
And you mind your own business, too.
Well,
Brother, what a character.
yes.
Well, Pax, you want to hear what happened in Washington?
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead, Whitey, tell him.
Well, Mr. Sansbury, the government is selling Camp Pontchartrain, but there's a catch. They've already had an offer of $150,000.
Oh.
From that bloated billionaire Arthur J. Higgins, monopolist and well-known octopus.
Well, boys, what you've got to do is raise Mr. Higgins' bid, say $160,000.
That's nearly impossible. Raising that much.
Boys, there's no harm in making an offer. If they accept, then it's time to worry about where you'll get the money. Now, back me up on this. The secret of big business is never to put one worry ahead of another. Well, if you excuse me, I'd better go take Sam for a walk.
Operator! 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 I was connected with... Darrow, is that you? Yes, of course it's me. You don't. No, I haven't been kidnapped. Where am I? I'm in an icebox. No, I can't explain. Now look, wire Santani and tell him that I'll sell the West Coast chain for $6 million and not a penny less. Is Phyllis back from Washington? Well, tell him I'll call him tomorrow. Oh, and listen, another
Come out
thing.
of the icebox, Artie. Come out now.
You insist on using the telephone in the icebox? I suggest you bring an overcoat.
Yes, sir.
Now, I understand it's a great temptation, Artie, but you simply must learn to control it.
Control what?
You, playing at being a millionaire. Oh, yes, we heard you.
Just because you're living in a millionaire's house, don't let it get to you.
Well, maybe I am a millionaire.
Oh, all right, Artie, all right. You're a millionaire. And since you refuse to go to bed, you've got millions and millions of dishes to wash.
Dad? Dad, are you awake?
Of course I'm awake. Where else am I supposed to be sleeping?
In the bed, of course.
The dog is sleeping in the bed. He won't even let me get near it. I can't believe this. Washing dishes, playing valet to a dog. He barks at 7, and I have to take him out for a little promenade. And as for that Mr. Sansbury, who keeps wearing my clothes and smoking my cigars and eating my food, he'll be leaving this house in the morning, and that goes for your friends and the baby and your precious little Adam, too.
But, Dad, you promised.
They'll all be out of here in 24 hours, or I'll have them all locked up for vagrancy and trespassing.
But, Dad!
You heard me! 24 hours!
All right, Father. Whatever you say.
What? What was that?
Whatever you say. Now, if you will excuse me, I have my own chores to do. Yes, operator? Charge it to the Higgins account. Yes, that's it. A straight telegram, please. To Grace Higgins. Royal Holmes Hotel, Palm Beach, Florida. It should read, Dear Mother, please fly to New Orleans at once. We'll meet you at the Roosevelt. Terribly urgent. Love, Melody. Yes, please, get that out right away!
Thank you, Ralph. Oh, Mr. McAllister.
Yes, Mr. Ivy.
I know the show isn't finished yet, but I believe I've made some solid decisions on my recommendations for Miss Flatley. Yes, tell me, how long have you worked for WBPH?
Oh, I don't know. What is it, Mary? 6, 7 years?
Yeah, something like that.
It was, in fact, Mr. McAllister, 6 years and 11 months.
Well, if you knew, why'd you ask?
Well, I only mention it is because your contracts are up for renewal the day after Christmas.
So?
So, my first recommendation to Miss Flatley is that your contracts not be renewed.
What?
Oh, now, don't get upset and don't take it personally. It's merely a cost-cutting measure.
Now, look, Miss Ivy, you could come for me all you want to, but Mary Hatch practically runs this entire station.
And the audience loved Kevin. The show was practically gone before he got here.
Well, all I can say is that the last rating cycle was disappointing. You know, I really believe that we need an injection of new blood around here.
No blood? Mary's 24 years old. What are you going to do, hire kindergartners?
Very amusing, Mr. McAllister. No, I'm not suggesting a child. I'm going to suggest that both of you be replaced by Mr. Pierrick.
No!
WBPH speaking. Oh, hey, Duffy. No, Ralph's not in right now. But listen to this. This consultant they got, Holly Divey, she's planning on firing Mr. McAllister and Mrs. Hatch. And get this, she wants to replace them with Mr. Pierrick. Yes, no Pierrick. Duffy, that's not nice. His face does not look like he slept in it. All right, doesn't make any sense to me either.
Personal calls on company time, huh, Mr. Gailey? Test.
Oh, Miss Divey, I was just answering the telephone.
Oh, this is your first day here, isn't it, Fred?
Well, yes, ma'am.
Do you want it to be your last?
No, Miss Divey.
Don't you have something else you could be doing?
Now!
How am I going to operate this phone? What is... Keith? Yes, it's me. Oh, no. It's all going according to plan. I told McAllister and Hatch that I was going to be replacing them. But guess who?
You know, once she gets rid of them, the show's ratings are going to tank. She will just be too happy to sell WBPH to us, and then SMH Media Group will have the monopoly. Right. No, they can't trace the call. Because I am on the only rotary landline in existence. That's why. So, Keith, what do you think about my performance so far? There's a reason why no one likes you, Keith.
Miss Divey?
Ralph, I didn't see you there. You startled me. I was just, looking at your sound here.
Fred and I do all the sound effects here.
Oh, well, why don't you use recorded sound?
Kevin likes it this way. He says it sounds more believable to the audience.
Sounds like a waste of money to me.
Speaking of money, that will be a quarter for the phone call, please.
I'll tell Mrs. Flapley to take it out of my key.
1 minute to air. 1 minute. 1 minute, Miss Flapley.
Thank you, Ralph.
Thanks, Ralph. So, Mr. Ivy, are you ready for the second act?
More than you'll ever know.
Coming up in 3, 2. Welcome back to WBPH annual holiday celebration. We now return to our new Christmas tale, The Beggar's Gift. Having sent a telegram, Melody sneaks out of the house early the next morning and meets her mother, Grace, at her suite in the Roosevelt Hotel.
And that's the whole story, Mother. I wouldn't have sent for you, but I don't know what to do.
I'm glad you did, darling. I've been worried sick about you. Well, as for your father, well, you know I haven't seen him in 4 years, but I think I know how to handle the situation.
How?
Well, your household will have to get ready for one more guest.
Mother, you mean...
Why not? And don't worry, dear. I won't give anything away.
Oh, Mother, you're an angel.
Oh, no, I'm not. And that's why you need me here. Now, tell me everything.
Artie, I'm afraid I'm going to have to talk to you again.
What happened? What did I do now?
You came in through the front door.
Oh.
Rule number 1 is never to use that front door.
Well, I'm sorry, I forgot.
Where'd you get the key?
I found it while I was dusting.
Hand it over, Artie.
I'll do nothing of it. Oh, right here.
Thank you.
Say, what's that I smell?
What?
That smell. Something's cooking. I recognize it. It's Slumgullion.
I beg your pardon?
Slumgullion. It's a kind of Irish stew. As a matter of fact, it was because of Slumgullion that I fell in love.
Oh, well, must be quite a dish.
Yeah, she certainly was.
Huh?
My wife made the best Slumgullion in the Gulf South.
Wife?
Yes, sir. Well, I don't see her anymore. George, that is Slumgullion.
Well, yes, it very well could be. We've got a cook now, Artie. You should go into the kitchen and meet her.
Well, who cares about the cook? I want to meet that Slumgullion. Oh, that's Slumgullion.
Taste familiar?
Grace!
Hello, Arthur.
Well. May I ask what you're doing here?
I'm here for the same reason as you are. Melody wanted me to meet Adam.
Oh, and have you had that extreme pleasure?
I have, and he's everything she said he was.
Is that so? Oh, well, you're taking on a little weight there, haven't you? In all the wrong places, I might add.
Well, Mr. Ozanam's dress selection is limited. You're no Cary Grant yourself. You know, I remember when you only had 2 chins.
Now, let me tell you something, Grace. Don't you touch me. Now, we're going to fix this nonsense right away. Imagine our 18-year-old child wanting to marry this...
Oh, so what? You married me when I was 17.
Yeah, and look what happened to us, Grace. I resent her being here. And Melody belongs to school, and that's where she's going.
Melody's in love, Arthur.
Oh.
And she wants to win Adam the right way, not by flashing a checkbook. Instead of admiring her for it, you're fighting her. Just as you've always battled anyone who didn't bow down to your stubbornness. You know, you're not fooling me, Arthur. You just don't have the courage to see this through.
Oh, I haven't. I can sit this out just as long as you can, even longer.
Oh, this I gotta see. And get away from that slumgullion before I pour it down your neck.
And with Grace Higgins joining Arthur and Melody, the entire family once again residing in the Higgins mansion. Now, in the kitchen, Melody stands helpless as her parents exchange a few affectionate remarks.
I'll give you 3 days, Grace Higgins, just 3 days on the pots and pans, and you'll go slinking right back to Palm Springs so fast.
Now let me tell you a thing or two.
When will you realize this house isn't big enough for the both of
I
us?
didn't realize it 4 years ago. You know, you can always leave, you know.
Hey, what's going on in here?
Oh, they've been having a little argument, Adam, but it's all over now.
Oh, well, take it easy, Artie. You know good cooks are hard to find. Anything you want him to do, Grace?
Yes, he can peel all of these potatoes.
Before I peel one single potato,
You what, Artie?
I'll go get a chair and sit down.
That's better.
Oh, I need to get some spices from the pantry. Melody, will you keep stirring that sauce, please?
Melody, it's happened. It's finally happened. Great news.
Well, tell me, what?
Whitey and I got 200 guys to go with us on our plan. We're all putting in $500 apiece.
Adam, you'll be able to buy the property.
And I talked with the Troyer Construction Company, too. They may even put up the rest of the money we need. I'm seeing them again on Friday.
Troyer Construction, did you say?
Yes. You know them?
No, I've known men who worked there, and I should go do something or other before I start with the potatoes. It won't be a moment. Don't mind me.
Well, hurry back.
Darrow, it's Higgins. Do we still own Troyer Construction? Good, good. Now, there's a fellow named Adam Richards who's seeing Troyer on Friday. Got some half-baked scheme about model houses or something or other. He's to get routine number 6. Got it? Well, make sure Troyer does. How are we doing on that Kempotch train deal? Well, why don't you know who's bidding against us? All right, but I want that property. And if you need cash, just transfer a couple million from
Artie.
Chicago. I've got to go.
I've caught you again, playing millionaire in the icebox.
Well, I'm sorry, Mr. Sansbury. I just can't seem to break the habit.
I know, Artie. You've got millions and millions of dollars hanging in the balance.
Yeah.
But Artie, you didn't make your bed this morning. Oh, it's wonderful,
Oh, great. These are the best hamburgers I've ever eaten.
Thank you, Adam. It's nice to be appreciated.
Well, I don't suppose I can have a little bit more. Please, Mr. Sansbury.
Oh, pass your plate, Artie. What about your milk and crackers diet?
Well, lately my stomach feels a lot better.
Oh, that proves what I've always believed. When a man's happy, he can eat nails and never complain.
I wonder if the Higginses were as happy in this house as we are.
Well, from what I hear, they were the most milk and crackers people ever.
What makes you say that?
Well, now you take Mr. Higgins. From what I'm told, he's the worst tyrant in the entire United States.
Well, is that so?
Oh, and Mrs. Higgins is no prize either. Spends all of her time trying to convince people that she's not middle-aged.
Suppose we could talk about something else?
Artie, have you had enough?
Oh, yes, I feel fine.
Good. Then there won't be any excuses.
Excuses?
Yes, for not going to work. You see, when I lived here alone, what food I ate from Mr. Higgins' larder was never missed. But now, well, we're going to have to start feeding ourselves. I figured you and I can get jobs doing yard work.
Yard work? Are you serious? Now, let me tell you what. Neither you or any of the men is going to make me do manual labor, and that's final!
Well, I have to say, Artie, for a man who swore he'd never do manual labor, you're doing fine.
Thank you. I'm sorry.
You missed a patch right over there, Artie. Any job worth doing, you know.
Yes, and while we're on the subject, what job have you been doing?
Oh, well, I've been very, very busy, Artie. I found you another job for tomorrow, that great big mansion right over there.
What? Now look here!
No, there's no reason to thank me, Artie. You've done a fine job today, and I want to help you. Tomorrow, I'm going to get you a bigger rake.
Hello, Artie. Had a bad day?
No. I just raked and swept up half of Orleans Parish today, that's all. Oh, by the way, how did you make out with Troyer Construction?
Well, they turned down the housing proposition, but they did offer me a job. $15,000 a year in Bolivia.
50,000? Oh, is that so? When are you leaving?
Are you kidding? I don't want to go to Bolivia. Besides, I'd have to be single.
Well?
Artie, I can't leave Melody and all those fellas. They're counting on me.
Adam, just what is this big idea you and the boys think is so important?
Well, the government is selling Camp Pontchartrain, and we're trying to buy it.
Camp Pontchartrain?
Well, what's wrong with that?
Oh, nothing at all. I haven't thought about that place since the war. Go on.
Well, we thought we could get it cheap, but some heel ran the bid up to $200,000. Oh, well, we'll get the dough somehow. Tomorrow is another day.
Yes, well, don't remind me of that. I'll have to sweep and rake all day again. I'm going to find
Arthur, in pain and needing attention, finds Grace alone in the kitchen.
All right, Arthur. If you can clean up all the lawns on St. Charles Avenue, I guess I can rub your shoulders.
Oh, down a little lower. That's it. Oh, Gracie, do you remember the first time you rubbed my back? I was a bricklayer then. We had some good times back then, didn't we?
Yes, you had a lot of muscle. Now look at you. Flabby like an inner tube.
Artie. Grace.
Well, she's just rubbing my back.
Yeah, Artie, I'm going to have to ask you to go back to your room immediately.
What? Now, you just wait a minute here.
To your room. Grace, I'll talk to you in the morning.
Oh, good morning, Mr. Sansbury.
Good morning, Grace. Good morning, Artie.
Good morning.
I hope you don't think I was being a bit stuffy about last night, but you see, we have young people in the house.
Grace was merely rubbing my back.
Not that I'm opposed to a man and a woman falling in love.
Falling in love?
Oh, yes, Grace. I noticed it the minute that you saw each other. And why not? It's never too late. Now, you take Artie over there. I mean, he's a nice enough fellow, but what has he made of himself? Absolutely nothing. But with the right woman, he can start all over again. What you both need is responsibility, and whatever you do, don't end up like me. You know, if I were a younger man, Artie, I might be considering asking Gracie to marry me.
Gracie's right.
Is he, Arthur?
I always loved you, Gracie. Why do you think I've been hanging around this place, submitting to all of this? Only because you're here.
Oh, Arthur, you've changed. It's almost like old times.
And I'm going to change even more, Gracie, I promise. Well, it's getting late. Tomorrow?
Yes, I'll make you a nice dinner. Good evening, Arthur. Have another hard day of yard work?
Oh, Grace, I've raked and mowed 10 yards a day. My back is broken.
So are the hearts of 200 families.
What? What are you talking
I
about?
read it in the paper. Arthur J. Higgins snags Camp Pontchartrain for new development.
Hey, now, wait a second,
You
Gracie.
knew Adam and his friends were trying to get that property, didn't you?
No, I did. Well, yeah, I did, but it wasn't until it was too late.
It's still not too late, Arthur. It could be your Christmas present. Think of what a gift it would be for Adam and Melody and the Boudreaux and the rest.
Grace, that idea of theirs is nonsense.
It would make a lot of people happy.
You never could understand the business and sentiment. Oh, just... Grace, let's talk about it later, okay? Is Melody home yet?
No, she's out with Adam.
Again?
Well, he has a lot to talk over. Well, not that you're interested, but his whole future just caved in.
Now, Gracie!
I was wrong about you, Arthur. You haven't changed. You never will.
Eating a thing, Melody.
I'm not hungry.
Want to dance?
No.
Oh, Melody, look. I know you're disappointed, but Higgins got Camp Pontchartrain and I've got to get a job.
What's that?
So, going to Bolivia.
Oh, you must have decided in an awful hurry.
That won't be forever, Melody. Just a year or so.
That's a long time.
Okay, then, okay. Maybe you better not wait.
Maybe I shouldn't.
Oh, look, just promise me when I'm gone you won't start breaking into people's houses again.
Well, what if I hadn't? I might have not met you.
You'd be better off.
Would I? Maybe you're right.
I know I'm right.
Well, then you can go straight to Bolivia and stay there. He's going to Bolivia, Mother. He's taking that job with Troyer.
Well, maybe it's for the best.
Of course it is.
Wait a minute. Did you just say Troyer Construction?
Yes.
And they only want single men.
That's what Adam says.
That's strange. In fact, it's ridiculous. I just remembered. Your father owns Troyer Construction.
Well, yeah.
Dad! Single man. Sent halfway around the world. Oh, that's routine number 6, I believe. Well, I'll give you this, Arthur. At least you upped the price. It used to be $12,000.
I expected it. Only bought for 10.
Father!
All right. We'll all forget about Olivia, okay?
Arthur, you ought to be as ashamed of yourself as I am of you. I'm leaving here tomorrow.
What? Gracie, wait. We
And I'm taking Melody with me. You'll have this whole house to yourself again. And I hope you'll be happy.
I don't understand it. I just don't understand it.
Don't tell me you're in the dumps too, Sansa-Brie.
Adam is going to Olivia, and Grace and Melody are leaving. The Boudreaux, oh, those poor people, they're back out on the street again. You know, Artie, I think I'll spend the rest of the winter somewhere else.
But why? But what's wrong with this place?
Oh, Artie, when Adam and the fellas lost their big chance, all of the happiness that filled this house just disappeared. It's like a morgue. And right before Christmas, too. Oh, it's just terrible. You know, I was looking over the old Toro place today.
Toro place? Why, it doesn't even compare to this.
Artie, a house, any house, is only what its occupants make of it. Well, I think I'll go make myself some coffee and a caviar sandwich. Oh, hello, Adam.
Hello, Pax.
Oh, Adam!
Hello, Artie.
Adam, you don't want to go to Bolivia, do you?
Well, no, I don't. But just between us,
Huh?
I really want to stay here.
Huh?
Ever since I met, Melody and Pax and, well, you. It's like the first time I ever had a family. Felt like it.
Well, I know Melody doesn't want you to go in Sansa-Brie, but now here's the thought. Perhaps if you had a talk with Higgins, you wouldn't have to go to Bolivia.
Higgins, how are you going to talk about the place if you can't even see him?
Now, maybe you can see him. I have a friend who works in his office building. He's a janitor there. And believe it or not, Higgins thinks a lot of old Charlie.
Artie, now wait a minute here.
I hope you don't mind, Adam. I've already asked Charlie to ask Higgins to give you an appointment. And guess what? He's going to see you in 1 hour.
Artie, have you been playing Millionaire in the Icebox again?
No, I know what I'm saying. Believe me. Don't pass up this chance, Adam.
Well, okay, Artie. It won't be the first office I've been thrown out of. Oh, if anything happens, we'll cut you in. Hello, Darrow. Have my car sent around to me. No, I'm going to the office. No, you idiot, not to the house, the park. I'll be waiting in Audubon Park. And hurry.
afternoon, sir.
Oh, good afternoon. I know this is a silly question, but may I see Mr. Mr. Higgins? My name is Richards.
Oh, yes, Mr. Richards. Mr. Higgins is expecting you. His office is straight ahead, sir.
Thanks.
I thought I told you to wire that money to our people in Rome. Can't I leave my office for 5 minutes without things going haywire? Send them $2 million immediately.
Artie, what in the name of it? Why?
Sit down, Adam. Just a moment. I'm using the dictaphone. Have the lawyers get those lumber contracts done by tonight. If they're not in San Francisco by tomorrow, the deal is off!
Are you nuts? Get away from the Higgins desk!
Tell the Canadian holdings that the price stands at $3 million, no lower!
So long, Artie. I'm gonna go get a doctor. Oh, excuse me.
Oh, I beg your pardon, sir. Mr. Higgins, here are the papers on the Camp Pontchartrain project. If you need me, I'll be in the outer office, sir.
Thank you, Darryl.
Did he say Higgins?
Why not? That's my name.
So,
Now don't start popping all of those questions. I don't have time. I'm Higgins, you're Richards, and this is the deed to Camp Pontchartrain. I'm turning it over to you and Whitey for your project. Here are the papers. But there's one thing you must do for me.
you...
Not one word of this must ever reach Sansbury. As far as he's concerned, I'm just a panhandler. Is that clear?
I think so.
Oh my! Well, Darrow, you were right. Get some water. He fainted.
Everybody. I've never done this before, but I think the occasion warrants a bottle of Mr. Higgins' best champagne. Okay?
Yes, best champagne.
Now, everybody, please take a glass there. All right. Now, this toast is to Artie. To Artie, who saved the day. Speech, Artie.
Yes,
Come on, give us a speech, Artie.
I'm just glad to be of service. Even though Pax here chooses to think of me as a drifter, a panhandler, and a man of little principle.
Oh, it's all water under the bridge, Artie. I wish you'd try to forget that I ever said it.
It's already forgotten.
Well, it's too bad we have to leave here. But since Mr. Higgins told Adam that he's coming back tomorrow, and I've already made arrangements at the old Toro place, perhaps it's all for the best. You've all become so dear to me. Our paths may never cross again, but it's nice to know that you're all my friends. To not have friends is a very serious form of poverty.
Hey, Pax, look. We're getting hitched, Millie and I.
Really? Oh, that's fine.
A double wedding, Pax. Artie and I are getting married too.
Well, they do say marriage is contagious.
And, well, what Adam means is, well, we'll have plenty of room and you can stay with us.
But Artie, I was hoping that you could stay with us.
How about it, Pax?
Oh, my. That's very generous of all of you, and I'm very, very thankful, but I'm afraid I'm a little too old to change. Besides, I may decide to head up to Shreveport. There's a beautiful home in Whispering Cypress. It's Mr. Higgins' house. I go up there every year when he comes down here. I'll see you all in the morning. I'm going to go take Sam for a walk.
Well, Pax, everyone's out of the house. Say, Pax, where are you going?
Oh, through the back fence. It's the way I came in.
Well, I guess we'd all better leave that way, huh?
Yeah, maybe not all at once. Adam, Melody, why don't you go first?
Goodbye, Mr. Sansbury.
Goodbye, my dear. I hope that you're very, very happy together.
Thank you.
Pax, never forget you. Good luck.
Oh, they're a nice couple, aren't they, Gracie? Oh, my word. I completely forgot. Artie, in case you've no place to spend your honeymoon, those are the keys to the Van Cleef mansion. They're in Europe.
Thanks, Pax.
Well, goodbye, Gracie. Goodbye, Artie. And remember, Gracie, if he gives you any trouble, you come back here and report to me. I'll be back here on November the 3rd.
That's a date, Pax.
Congratulations, you two. Come on, Sam. Let's go. Come on.
You know something, Gracie? There are men in this world who are richer than me.
Arthur.
And Gracie, remind me to nail up those boards in that fence over there. Next November, Paxton Sansbury comes in through the front door.
I'll be home for Christmas. You can count on me. Please have snow and mistletoe and presents on the tree. Christmas Eve will find me where your love light beams. I'll be home for Christmas. If only in my
And starring Kevin McAllister, Mary Hatch, Noel, Pierrick, and Fred Gailey. Featured in tonight's radio play were Holly Divey, Jaci Lynn, Jake, and Jacob Chancey. We will be back with the next segment.
Fantastic, guys. Thank you, everybody.
Mr. McAllister, I'd like to have a word with Miss Hatch alone, if you don't mind.
What? No, I don't think that's a good idea.
I see.
All right, look. Let's let Mary and
Holly?
her talk to each other, guys. Let's go ahead and get on the stage.
No, that's not
No, come on.
Come
Come on, McAllister. Come on, Ralph 2. Let's go. Come on. Hurry. Go.
Now, Miss Hatch, I know you're upset about my recommendation to have you dismissed, but please believe me, it is merely a cost-cutting measure. It's nothing personal.
Oh, sure. You looking to take my place here, are you?
Oh, heavens no. I don't want to act. I prefer to make money instead.
Well, if I'm so cheap to keep, why are you insisting on getting rid of me?
Because I heard you perform. I've been listening to you since I was a little girl.
Oh, really? And how many surgeries ago was that?
Yeah.
Ivy?
Oh, I'm sure I don't know what you mean.
Come off it. You're pulled so tight that I bet you can't even bend over.
Oh, that's very clever, Miss Hatch. And it only took you until the second hour to think of that one.
No, Miss Divey, actually not. Besides, anyone who's met you has thought that right off the bat. And speaking of that, shouldn't you be getting back to the cave that you've come from?
Are you always this rude to your guest stars?
No, the human ones I treat very well.
I really love your hair, Miss Holly. How much did you pay for it?
This is my real hair.
Oh, I don't doubt that at all. Do you still have the receipts?
Why, you sawed off little.
15 seconds. 15 seconds past the stage.
This
15
isn't over,
seconds
Divey.
there.
Oh, I believe it is, Miss Hatch.
All right.
Permanently.
3, 2. Welcome back to WBPA. While we're waiting for our musical guests to arrive, let's check in with Kevin, Mary, and the gang as they try to finish up their holiday decorating.
Say, Mary, help me finish decorating this Christmas tree, would you? I want to get it done before the kids get in.
Okay, Kevin. What?
What is it?
Well, that's my question. What is it?
It's our Christmas tree.
Well, some tree. It looks like a toothpick with split ends.
Mary.
Well, stick an ornament on that and Charlie Brown will sue.
Mary, please. It just needs some attention. We'll hang some lights on it, some silver bells, and we'll make it sparkle.
A team of drag queens on overtime couldn't make that tree sparkle.
these lights first. Get ready to plug them in, won't you?
Are you sure about that? You and electricity don't mix.
What does that mean?
Remember last year when you tried to fix your doorbell?
Yeah, what happened?
I pushed the button and it burned down Ralph's garage.
Oh, stop exaggerating. It did not. Now look, I'll hold these up and you plug them in, all right?
All right. Ready?
Ready. Pull it up! Pull it up! Pull it up!
Why did you make me shut it off? The lights were so pretty, especially those two big blue ones that kept flashing on and off.
Those are my eyes. Look, I must have been holding a bare wire or something.
Well, it's your own fault. Whenever you fool around with anything electrical, it always ends badly.
That one time!
Oh, yeah? Well, 2 years ago, Noel asked you to help
What,
him
try that
install
line
a new
again?
light switch in his kitchen. He turned it on and the dishwasher fired into Terrebonne Parish.
The dishwasher fired his mother's china into Calcasieu Parish. I have the line right here.
Me too. I just can't read today. I mean...
It absolutely did not.
Yes, it
It
did.
only went as far as St. Charles. Now listen. Hand me that tape over there. I'm going to fix this.
Here you go.
All right. Yeah, that's good. Turn it off! Pull it up! Turn it now! Ah!
What happened?
I taped my thumb to the wire.
Oh, too bad. It was even prettier than before.
How?
Your nose lit up too.
Now look, you can't put the ornaments on the tree. I'll wait.
Don't be alarmed.
She's a great audience in electrocution. Look, we can't decorate this tree until we put the lights on it, all right? So check that strand, Mary. See if you can find what's going on over there.
Oh, look, here comes Fred. He knows about electrical things. Oh, Fred.
Yes, Mary?
Can you help with these lights?
I'm afraid not. I'm decorating this cake for the party. Oh, by the way, how many R's are in Mary?
Well, I'm a 1R kind of gal, but I think the Mary you want has 2 R's.
Honored, I'll be right back.
You have to go add another R?
No, I have to scratch one out.
Oh, just leave it, all right? Just leave it. Can you fix those lights over there, please, Fred?
Right, boss.
McAllister! McAllister! What is that?
Well, it's a tree, Noel. You should know what trees look like. You planted the first cypress.
Only after you dug the hole. Yeah, but this I've never seen, a droopier tree. It looks like you in a greenhouse drops.
Oh, everybody's a critic. Hey, Fred, how are we coming with those lights?
I fixed the problem, Mr. McAllister.
Great, put them up on the tree. Mary, you and Noel get the decoration started.
Nope.
Hey, say, Kevin,
Oh, hey, Ralph.
what's going on here?
We're decorating the tree for the party.
You call that a tree? Why,
We've been all through it, Ralph.
Oh,
Hey, Ralph, where's that glass star from last year?
you mean that big thing with 3 points?
3 points. That star had 5 points.
Well, it's dropped 2 points this year.
Oh, swell. Go and get it, would you? Mary, would you hand me some of that tinsel over there, please?
Sure, Kevin. Are your socks dry yet?
Yes, I think they're dry.
Well, take them off the tree before the kids come in.
All right. Hey, Fred, how's that turkey coming?
I'm afraid it's going to take some time, Mr. McAllister. That's one tough burn.
One tough bird. You've had him in the oven for 3 hours.
I know, but every time I try to light the gas, he blows it out.
Oh.
Hey, Mr. Pierrick, I found the glass star. I'll set it down over here.
Oh, fine. Hey, McAllister, what do the children do?
Oh, any minute now, Noel.
No, come hold this ladder for me, please.
Coming, Miss Hatch. Oh, it's so slippery.
Mr. Pierrick, watch out!
Watch out!
All that. Really all that.
No, are you all right?
No, what did I land on?
On the star.
Here, Mr. Pierrick, let me help you up. There you are.
Oh,
What about the star, Ralph?
Well, do we have a cat?
huh?
Cat. What do we need a cat for?
The star is a sandbox now.
Oh.
Mary, do me a favor. Go get that baby doll out of my office.
Was that old thing you called last Mardi Gras? Haven't you thrown that away yet?
No! I had to fight off 15 kids and a nun to get that doll.
Hey, Mr. McAllister, the kids are ready.
Oh, great! Well, look, ladies and gentlemen, it's Emma Lodrigue! Say that again, they were applauding.
Hi, Mr. McAllister.
Well, it's glad to have you back, kids. Glad to have you back. Hello, girls, how are you?
Well, we were listening to your show, and we thought we could help you decorate the tree.
Well, it's a bit tall for you. How can you help?
We're going to give you music to decorate by.
Oh, well, that's wonderful. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Emma Lodrigue, Olivia Richard, and Brenna Landry. And now, ladies and gentlemen, to get the Christmas music started, please welcome Miss Emma and Miss Brenna singing the holiday classic that's a great song in Chicago and about to be one down here. Here comes Susie Snowflake. Girls? Olivia.
All I want for Christmas is my two front teeth. My two front teeth, yes, my two front teeth. Gee, if I could only have my two front teeth, then I could wish you Merry Christmas. It's been so long since I could say, Sister Susie's sitting on the sizzle. Gosh, so deep, how happy I would be if I could only whistle. All I want for Christmas is my two front teeth. My two front teeth, yes, my two front teeth. Gee, if I could only have my two front teeth, then I could wish you Merry Christmas. I don't think Santa Claus would mind you. He won't have to use a dirty chimney flue. Just bring him through the front door, that's the easy thing to do. I can see me now on Christmas morning, creeping down the stairs. Oh, what joy and what surprise when I open up my eyes to see a hippo hero standing there. I want a hippopotamus for Christmas. Only a hippopotamus will do. No crocodiles, no rhinoceroses. I only like hippopotamuses, and hippopotamuses like me too. Mom says a hippo would eat me up again. Teacher says a hippo is a vegetarian. There's lots of room for him in our two-car garage. I feed him there and wash him there and give him his massage. I can see him now on Christmas morning, creeping down the stairs. Oh, what joy and what surprise when I open up my eyes to see a hippo hero standing there. I want a hippopotamus for Christmas. Only a hippopotamus will do. No crocodiles, no rhinoceroses. I only like hippopotamuses, and hippopotamuses like me
Before we go on with tonight's program, this portion of Nights of Noel is brought to you by the beautiful Bayou Playhouse. Now remember, the Bayou Playhouse is your playhouse. And to that end, the Bayou Playhouse has some marvelous things planned for the upcoming 2020 season. The very first production in the spring of 2020 will be the local premiere of the Jones and Schmidt musical, not 2 by 2, it's 2 by 2.
That was another musical entirely.
I Do is a 2-person musical that can easily fit a cast of thousands. It's about the marriage between a man and a woman and all of the things that they go through throughout the very long passage of their marriage. It's a musical that speaks to every single audience member, and Bayou Playhouse is thrilled to be bringing it here to you for the spring of 2020. Right after I Do, we're having our annual bake sale. I know you like baked goods. I know you do, sir. And then after that, it's our summer workshop where the kids of Lockport get to strut their stuff on this stage and show everybody what they're capable of. It all happens right here in the spring and summer of 2020 at the Bayou Playhouse. Go to our website now at BayouPlayhouse.com. And now, we would like very much to welcome our 3 young performers back to the stage to sing a song I'm certain all of you know. Oh, kids!
All right, you gentlemen, ready to sing your song?
I'd say we are. Yeah, let's sing it now.
Okay, Simon?
Okay.
Okay, Theodore?
Okay.
Okay, Alvin? Alvin!
Okay. Christmas, Christmas time is near. Time for toys and time for cheer. We've been good, but we can't last. Hurry, Christmas, hurry fast. Want a plane that loops the loop. Me, I want a
fellas, get ready. Very good, Simon.
Naturally.
Very good, Theodore. Alvin, you were a little flat. Watch it. Alvin. Alvin! Alvin!
Okay. One's a plane that loops the loop. I still want a hula hoop. We can hardly stand the wait. Please, Christmas, don't be late. We can hardly stand the wait. Please, Christmas, don't be late.
They're getting so much more applause than we are, guys.
Seriously.
And now, to complete our song cycle for tonight, we would like to welcome back to the stage the wonderful, the talented Miss Emma Lodrigue.
I saw Mommy kissing Santa Claus underneath the mistletoe last night. She didn't seem to creep down the stairs to have a peek. She thought that I was tucked up in my bedroom fast asleep. Then I saw Mommy tickle Santa Claus underneath his beard so snowy white. What laughing would have been if Daddy had only seen Mommy kissing Santa Claus last night. I saw Mommy kissing Santa Claus underneath the mistletoe last night. She didn't see me creep down the stairs to have a peek. She thought that I was tucked up in my bedroom fast asleep. Then I saw Mommy tickle Santa Claus underneath his beard so snowy white. What a laugh it would have been if Daddy had only seen Mommy kissing Santa Claus last
And we will return to Nights of Noel after these commercial messages. You're listening to WBPH Lockport. Okay, folks, we're in break.
Great job, everybody. Great job. We're in the final stretch now.
3 minutes.
Oh,
Yes, Miss Ivy.
Would you like to take me to see your office now, please?
Oh, well, certainly. Right this way, Miss Ivy. After you, of course. Oh, she might be a keeper. Oh, you know what it is.
That's the one. All right.
After witnessing that, I feel like I need to take a shower.
There's one in Noel's office.
No, thank you. I'm good. Ken, I am not losing my job to that snake in wolf's clothing.
It's fine. Don't worry about a thing, Mary. Once Mrs. Flatley comes back from Australia, I will talk to her.
Okay. But when she comes back, it'll be way too late because our contract's run up the day after Christmas and she gets back New Year's Eve.
You know what? I don't have time to think about this right now.
Oh,
obviously I have to pack up my office. Oh, Fred!
Yes, Mr. McAllister.
The day after Christmas is Boxing Day, but I think it's right now. Would you like to join me? Come on. Not now, Harry. Not now.
Ralph, what are we gonna do?
Look, don't cry. I know you don't have anything to worry about.
Why not?
Just don't.
Ralph, oh, I can kiss you! Oh my God. Well. You're looking a little more cheerful now. I see. I am Miss Divey. How was your tour of Noel's office? No, it was great. I bet it was. What have you been doing in my absence? Searching the wannets?
Yes, of course. And I just so happened to found the best thing for you.
For me?
For you, yes.
What might that be?
Chick-fil-A is looking for its new cow.
Ten seconds to the game show. All actors to the mics. 10 seconds. And in 5, 4, 3, 2. Noel is brought to you by Dufresne Heating and Air Conditioning.
I really can't stay.
It's cold outside.
I've got to go away.
It's cold outside.
This evening has been so very nice.
I'll hold your hands there just like ice.
Start to burn.
Beautiful, what's your
Father will be pacing the floor.
Listen to the fireplace.
So maybe I'd better scurry.
Please don't worry.
Maybe just a half a drink more.
Put some records on
The
my
neighbors might think.
Maybe it's bad out there.
Say what's in this
No cats to
drink.
be had out there.
I wish I knew
Your
how
eyes are
to
starlight
break
now.
the spell.
I'll take your hat, your hair looks
I want to
swell.
say no,
My
sir.
time moving.
At least I'm gonna say that I
What's the
tried.
sense of burning my
I
pride?
really can't
Baby, don't hold
say.
out. Maybe it's cold outside.
Maybe it's both cold and hot outside, so give Dufresne's Heating and Cooling a call at 532-5841. If you're stuck with an old or ineffective heater or cooling system, they are proudly servicing the Tri-Parish area for over 30 years. Let's hear it for Dufresne.
The answer is
Baby,
no.
it's cold outside.
Welcome has
I'm lucky
been
that you
so
dropped
nice
in.
and warm.
Got a brand new heater from
My sister
Dufresne.
will be
Heat
suspicious.
makes it
My
delicious.
father will be there at the door.
Like you're on a tropical
My
shore.
maid Aunt Hyland
5 years at zero financing.
maybe just a drink or two more.
Never such a good deal
I've
before.
gotta get home.
Baby, it freeze out there.
Say, lend me a
No
coat.
heat for your knees out there.
You've really been
I thrill
grand.
when I call to
Good down
friends.
to see.
They did such wonderful things for me.
As we talk tomorrow.
Think of my lifelong
At least there
sorrow.
will be plenty
If they
implied.
caught pneumonia and
I
died.
really can't
But
stay.
baby, don't hold out. Baby, it's cold outside.
And now it's time for everyone's favorite game show. It's Fact or Fact! Tonight, on It's Not a Fact, she's the gal with everything but no place to put it. It's Mary Hatch. He's the pin-up boy for the AARP. It's Noel Pierrick. He's a news story at WBPH for little news everywhere else. It's Fred Gailey.
Lodrigue, usually for scalping tickets out front, it's Holly Ivy! Assisting her is the most decisive man at WBPH. What he's decided, no one can tell. It's Ralph Parker!
And your host tonight, the man People magazine described as a person. McAllister.
Welcome everybody to Is That a Fact? The rules for tonight's game are simple. Our celebrity contestant will try to decide which of our panelists is telling the truth. To assist her in this, we have provided her with a neutral party to help her decide. Our contestant will be playing to win a valuable prize for a member of tonight's audience, so let's get started! Tonight, Holly competes for...
Who is it? Who is it? Who is it? Who is it?
Mr. Charlie Talbert! Where is
Charlie Talbert! Stand up, Charlie! There he is! Hey, Charlie! Say hi to people, okay? Look, sit down before you hurt yourself. Yes, there you go.
Now,
Charlie,
here's the way things
you're
work.
going to do a good job.
Yeah!
Here's the way things work. Each of our three panelists have a statement about themselves that may be a fact or may be a lie. None of our panelists have read their statement before tonight, so it is up to them to convince their fellow players and our contestants that they are telling the truth. Each panelist will have 1 minute to decide. 1 minute, just the one right there.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. If our celebrity contestant gets 2 out of 3 right, she wins a valuable prize for our contestant, Mr. Charlie Talbot.
Hey, stand up, Charlie! Stand up! Wait for the crowd! Wait for the crowd! Hey! Have that cocktail! Sit down before you hurt yourself.
And so, let's begin tonight's show with the very lovely, the very talented, the very, very Mary Hatch. Mary! Please read. Mary, would you please read your statement?
I was once a go-go dancer for Catholic charities.
Oh. Well, let's begin the questioning with Mr. Noel.
I have a lot of questions, but I'm scared of the answers. Okay, Mary. You say that you were once a go-go dancer for Catholic charities.
You do realize that that's really a conflict of interest, right?
I mean,
It sounds more
not
like a
really.
construct of interest, but that's okay.
Fair enough.
What was this? Which Catholic charity was this?
Well, it was for all the local,
All the local.
all the local Catholic schools.
Wait, so all of them?
How was
All
the
of
hand?
them.
So all of these Catholics saw you be a go-go girl?
Yeah.
Well, why were you doing it? Did you help raise money? Or raise
hope.
concerns?
Charity.
Charity. You were a charity case for Catholic charities.
I am a charity case, that's for
Oh,
sure.
dear.
Okay, I really honestly
Listen,
have
Holly.
further
Fred,
questions.
do you have any questions?
Did you wear the boots?
Jesus shoes.
Jesus shoes.
The Jesus sandals. They're super cute.
Did you walk in the water with them?
Is that like
What?
the Mormons
walk
with
in
the
water?
magic
Yes.
underwear?
Huh?
Is that like the Mormons with the magic underwear?
No, these are Jesus shoes.
Well, these
Ah,
platforms, I mean,
All right, that's
But
1 minute,
this
ladies
is
and gentlemen. Let's
the-
go to our celebrity contestant, Holly. Holly, tell us, Tammy, tell us truth. Thank you in the back for knowing that reference. Is Mary Hatch fabricating the story, or is that a fact?
I'm going to say that is just so ridiculous. It's got to be true.
All right. Yes. So, thank you very much in the front. I know you're applauding for your own prize. So, Mary, tell us now. Were you really a go-go dancer for Catholic charities, or is that a fact?
That's a lie.
That is a lie! Holly Navi has one right for Charlie Talbert!
Oh, I know.
And now, let's turn to our newest contestant, Fred Gailey. Oh, Fred.
Oh, boy.
Oh, God.
Would you please read your statement into the microphone?
It's everything.
My father was once detained by the Peruvian police for antiquity. theft.
The Peruvian police?
The Peruvian police.
The Peruvian police.
Yeah.
All right, so, Fred said, how old was your father?
You're not
Old
supposed to
enough,
answer those
apparently.
questions.
I know, we can
That's our job.
I'm terribly sorry. So let's go to our next contestant, Mr. Noel Pierrick. Noel,
Fred says his father was once detained by the Peruvian troops. Thank you very much.
I heard that when he said it the first time.
So what do you say?
Oh, I say a lot of things.
We know.
Whoa! Okay! There goes half an hour out of the show on the floor.
It's true.
Okay.
You're out of here early.
I'm going to say, actually I'm going to ask him, what was your father doing with antiquities? And if we're talking about antiquities, how old was your father?
There are these potteries in the Lima Museum in Peru that are replicas of actual pottery found while excavating stuff from the Inca Empire.
Wrong answer.
No, that's actually what happened.
I went to Lima.
Let the contestants speak. Hold on for just one moment.
Oh, yeah?
Thank you in the back for laughing. Go ahead, Fred.
Well, apparently they were so authentically replicated that when he went through the security at the airport, they actually thought he stole the original ones, and he was detained for 3 days.
Interesting. Let's check in with our celebrity contestant, Holly Ivy. Do you have any questions for Fred Gailey? We'll take that as a no. All right, can we hear the bell? Wrong bell. I go.
It's the phone! I'll get it!
So, let's go directly to our contestant, Noel Pierrick. Noel Pierrick.
Yes.
Was he lying about the antiquities, or is that a fact?
Oh, he's such a bizarre case, and he's related to Ralph. I'm going to say it's a fact.
All right, he says it's a fact. Mary Hatch. Was he fibbing about his Panamanian...
Panamanian?
I couldn't get it out.
Peruvian.
Was it
Thank
true,
you.
or was it a lie?
It's a lie.
Holly Ivy, you are the voting decision. Was it a falsification on his Peruvian thing, or is that a fact?
Oh, I'm going to say it's a fact.
All right, Holly Ivy says it's a fact. Charlie, are you listening?
Oh, yeah.
Are you nervous, Charlie?
Thank you
Everything
very much.
is in the balance. You're winning a prize.
Fred,
Yes.
was it a lie, or is that a fact?
He says that, senor.
It is a fact! We go now to the very wonderful, the very talented, the highly intractable Noel Pierrick. Noel, please read your statement. Out loud, Noel.
Oh, okay. I was a favorite dance partner for Broadway and film choreographer Peter Gennaro at age 5.
All right, thank you. All right,
There's another half hour of the show gone.
You dropped something, Noel.
Mary, go ahead.
A name.
I'm on fire.
I can drop lots of names.
I know.
I've already dropped Charlie Talbert's name several times.
So, Noel,
Yes.
is it true,
No.
or is it a lie?
What?
Thank you very much for covering your face. The cameras can't see you now. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Is it true
What?
that you were a favorite dance partner
Mhm.
of Broadway and film choreographer Peter Gennaro at the age of 5?
Yes.
How is that?
Well, because I was 5, and we
That's
were both.
not a good answer.
We were both from Old Metairie.
Would you explain, please?
Old Metairie?
No.
Old Metairie is much older than New Metairie. And even though Old Metairie is supposed to have money,
So how did you become the favorite dance partner of Broadway and film choreographer Peter Gennaro?
oh, well, I mean, when he was coming in from either doing movies or doing Broadway productions and stuff, he'd come to his family restaurant right by my house, and every Wednesday night was all you could eat spaghetti, and every Friday night was all you could eat chicken, and my family would go over there, and we did this dance routine, me and my shadow, where I was me and he was the shadow, and we would perform that number on the stage every time he came in town.
Panelists, do you believe that story? Mary? Nothing from Mary. All right,
Oh
Fred.
no, a lot's coming from there right now.
Fred, do you believe that story?
Only he can still do the number.
Ooh, let's see it.
Another panelist? Go ahead.
I just wanted to see if he could do it all in 1 minute.
Oh.
That was all. But we're running out of time.
Of course I can do it right now. Talk to my ex-wife.
No way! We have plenty of time!
You must have taken her back was advice at all.
Not a bit. So, let's ask our celebrity contestant, Holly to Ivy. Oh, Holly, do you believe that Noel Pierrick was once the favored dance partner of a famous choreographer, or was that a lie?
I'm going to say that that reference is just obscure enough to be a fact.
All right, Holly Doggy says that's a fact. How does the audience feel? Oh, Noel?
Yes?
The audience feels like that's a fact. Would you please disavow us of that knowledge?
I don't know how the audience feels because I haven't touched them yet.
That's their fault. However,
There's a law against that.
was that a lie, or is that a fact?
If you go to Metairie Road and Causeway underneath the overpass, there's Gennaro's Restaurant, still to this very day, the oldest bar in Old Metairie. And that is where we did it. Peter Gennaro and I did the number together whenever he was in town. That's a fact.
It's a fact, ladies and gentlemen! Holly Doggy has won 3 of the 20! Congratulations, Holly Doggy, and congratulations, Mr. Charlie Talbot. I'm happy to tell you that you have won our grand prize for tonight, which is two free tickets to the upcoming production of Bayou Playhouse's I Do, I Do.
Go, Charlie! Stand up!
Hey, you all so much for joining us tonight. For Is That a Fact, I'd like to thank our contestants, Mr. Noel Pierrick. Hey! Mr. Barry Hatch. Ray Gailey. Our celebrity contestant, Holly Ivy. And our impartial judge, Mr. Ralph Parker. I'm your host, Kevin McAllister, reminding you that if it sounds too good to be true, remember to ask the question,
Is that a fact?
And we will return to the conclusion of Nights of Noel after these messages. You're listening to WBTH Lockport.
I am so looking forward to seeing this
well done, everybody, well done.
All right, 3 minutes.
Sit down, McAllister.
I'm moving.
You're going to have to wait a long time to be back.
Oh, no, please, ladies, please. All right, I'm done. I'm out of here.
All right! I've had it between the two of you. Slugger, go back to your corner. Thank you. Mr. Ivy, you may get us fired after tonight's show, but I'm here to tell you above everything else. We have some marvelous performers waiting in the wings. We have all of these wonderful people that have been here supporting us through this horrible, dreadful show. Can I hear it? But most of all, we have all, not now, Ralph, we have all of these wonderful people who are listening on the radio and online. So, if we are going out on a high note, much higher than this one.
I think you need to read this.
Fine, Ralph, fine, I'll read it. I'll read it. Oh, Mr. Ivy.
Yes?
I'm terribly afraid that the wool has been pulled over your sizable eyes. Oh, Noel.
Oh, Kevin.
Read that, please. Out loud, Noel.
Oh, Kevin, I'm here. group, and my first official order is to fire the Executive Acquisitions Officer, Holly Ivy, for gross misappropriation effective immediately. Tell McAllister and Miss Hatch not to worry. Their contract will be renewed. Signed, Mrs. Flapley.
Goodbye, Divey.
Miss Ivy, your services here are no longer required.
Fine. I'll go. But you haven't heard the last of me.
Don't forget to check the want ads, Holly.
And in 3,
No.
2.
We would like to thank all of our guests for tonight. First off, our remarkable cast, Noel Pierrick. Gailey. Parker. Our musical guest stars, Mr. Chancey. That's it. Jaci Lynn. And of course our kids, Lodrigue, Landry, and Olivia. And most of all, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to thank all of you for being here with us tonight. We hope that you'll join us again next year. Until then, we wish each and every one of you a very happy holiday season, a very Merry Christmas, and remember, all of the holly, put up the tree for